This is the Old Musician's blog number 70. Well, today is the day I'm planting the green ladies. See, here's number one. You should have a name, certainly. I don't know, Priscilla for some reason, but I don't know why that would be. Here's number two, the little guy. Yeah, you're the little guy, so you're getting water right now, and you're in the pot. And here's number three. Honcho Mama. Yeah, you seem like you're the big guy at the moment. The big girl. They're all girls. That's what my friend told me about it all. That's important. So if I was going to create the quality content, I would have, taken little bits of video as I went along and shown it piece by piece what I was doing. But as it is, I took a few photographs, and I'll explain my idea. So the idea was to dig a big hole, which I did, and then to line it with brown paper bags, which we have a lot of from Trader Joe's and stuff, and then to take the dirt from the old pots, because there were two old pots that had dirt in them, put it in the bottom with some fertilizer, and then put a whole bag of Happy Frog on top of that, and put some fertilizer in with it too. So it's about a cup for a bag is what I'm using of that Dr. Earth stuff. Anyway, that's what people told me, so I do it. That's what Lucy got. And then, mix it all up and put a hole. And these bigger plants, this one and Honcho Mama over there, their roots were solid in the dirt of the pot. See those little black pots behind right here? That's what they came in. And those little pots, they were full up with roots, so that was a lot different from the little guy here, who hasn't really had a chance to send its roots out yet. And but I managed to keep the dirt together this time, much more solidly about it, and that was a really good thing, because I don't want to just expose the roots. And anyway, I got it in there, so we'll see what happens next. I moved the big sprinkler over here so that it's just watering in that direction. And then I'm going to water with this little round sprinkler that I'm doing these with, and I'll be moving it in a couple of minutes. Maybe even sooner, because I think the little guy here's got plenty of water in it right now. And I'll just put this over here while I'm at it. There, see, just get some water on you. And then I'll turn it up and do some watering in the rest of the garden. But right now, I get tired a bit easier than I used to, I suppose. But, I'm still doing pretty good as I move those bags. And they were heavy. I don't know what they weighed. Must be 70 pounds or something. But they were heavy. And I'll just sit here for a minute. But actually, I need to go and turn off the big sprinkler. Though, actually, the way I've got it, I wonder if I could get it going on that sideways too. No, that wouldn't do. Well, anyway, sometimes I just like to sit here and look from a slight distance of the situation and ponder what could be and what is. And this is interesting because we're doing things a lot different now. I think that they gave us the two big plants, Priscilla and Big Mama there, because they'd gotten some what they call thrips. It's a kind of a bug, and we've looked it up. We've been looking it up now, and it shows itself by having little white dots on the leaves. At least that's one way. And then they eat the leaves too. They're not terribly pernicious, I think the word is, but they, as my friend said, you don't want any kind of bugs really. So the one thing that got rid of them online was this. It's a manufactured substance that Lucy looked up, and it said it had fermentation. It was based on fermentation. So what we've done is, because the kombucha mushroom is based on fermentation also, what we did was we took a spray bottle and put kombucha mushroom in. See what a beautiful, beautiful day it is. Look at that sky, blue as anything. And we took the kombucha mushroom and juice and sprayed it both on the top of the leaves and the underside of the leaves. And that's something that I'll be needing to do again, maybe a few times during the course of the growth season, which I don't know, is several months. This is a kind of a big commitment to grow plants like this and have a garden. It's like you can't leave it, but it's been fun. I've been really enjoying the act of being outdoors and doing the little bits of work here and there, and then I go inside, have something to eat, play the piano for a while, look on the internet, and then I come back out again and I do some more outside. So doing it like that is very pleasurable for me, because I've always liked outdoors and being outdoors, even though, even today I found a tick on my overalls, and I mean, they live here. What are you going to do? And Lucy looked up all about them too. They feed 3 times in their life cycle, and I guess they drop off after they've fed, up to a certain point, and of course they have these sort of pincers on the front that they burrow with, and they have like rose bushes, like thorns going up the wrong way, or like a pointed arrow. So once the tip goes in, you can't get it out, in the direction in the opposite direction from how it went in. It wants to keep going in deeper and deeper. So that's a very hard thing to get rid of when you have stuff that acts like that. The rose bushes, it's kind of the same way. Fortunately, I've noticed that with the rose bushes down near and also the blackberries down near the stalks, there's a place there that doesn't have much thorns on it, and you can sometimes grab it, and I don't know if you can pull it off, because you can't really pull them out because the roots go so deep, but you can get some of it out, and if you keep at it, I suppose you'll get them eventually. You pull them up or whatever. Anyway, but of course I'm trying to secure the garden area and also the fruit tree area that I'm watering now from all of that stuff. In fact, I'm going to walk around and turn off the water while I'm talking, and that will see, we've got this all fenced in. This was going to be my carport at one point, kind of a carport. But instead it became, first the chickens were in it, and then it became the garden, and with the garden we planted some fruit trees in this area. And right now I'm weeding. I'm trying to get the whole thing to a situation where I can figure out what it is that's useful and what it is that isn't. Right now you look at it and you can't tell. So anyway, that's probably enough for now. Here's where I turn off the water. Here, I'll turn off the water right here at the faucet. Here, off it goes. Off it goes.